course not. What on earth makes you think that?
Well, someone made a remark.
What remark?
They saw you having lunch with her. You're taking her hand.
Oh, what crap. Who told you that? I know who. It was that vacuous troublemaker Lydia. Am I right?
Were you?
It had to be Lydia because I was having a business lunch with Amy at the Four Seasons and Lydia was there.
Did you take her hand?
Are you nuts? You think if I was having an affair, I'd be crazy enough to have it in public at the Four Seasons?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you drink at lunch. No, maybe you're high. I mean, it's obvious she's got a crush on you.
Honey, you're building a case.
Because if you were having an affair, I would be pretty upset.
Well, I'm not, so don't get your temper up. I don't like that side of you.
Welcome to the movie Inquisition. We're reviewing Blue Jasmine, the latest from Woody Allen, written and directed, of course, 2013. We saw it in the theaters, Alex and I, and of course we enjoyed it. I say of course because it's rare I don't enjoy a Woody Allen movie, but this is definitely one of his top tier films. It's one of the best he's done. The style is a little bit different. We'll discuss that after the opening credits. Thanks.
So what do you think?
I love it. You shouldn't spoil me so.
Well, why not? Who else was I going to spoil?
He met me at a party and swept me off my feet.
I fell in love with the name Jasmine.
So, Blue Jasmine, 2013, directed by Woody Allen, starring Cate Blanchett, which I would say right away will win an Oscar for this.
Oh my God.
Look at you. Your place is homey. Oh, the flight was bumpy. The food was awful. I mean, you'd think first class.
I thought you were tapped out.
I'm dead broke. Really, I mean, the government took everything.
All I can say is you look great.
Now who's lying? You'll be very happy to know that I lost every cent.
It is a performance of a lifetime.
Didn't I hear Eddie say he knows a dentist looking for help?
Oh, forget it. Jesus, it's too menial. I go nuts. I want to go back to school. I want to get my degree and become, you know, something substantial.
It's the subtleties, the different moments that are captured in her performance with the camera, and because of the dialogue, you know, the dialogue is just amazing. So she gets to really give us a character study, a great character study of this woman.
Blue Moon was the song that was playing. You know the song Blue Moon. Yeah, but I always wanted to do something with my life. You know, I had energy. I didn't just shop and lunch and go to matinees. You know, I ran charities for poor people. Raised money for museums and schools. You know, with wealth comes responsibilities. I wasn't just some mindless consumer like so many of my so-called friends. Though I won't say I dislike buying pretty clothes. Tip big, boys. Tip big because you get good service, and they count on tips. You know, someday, when you come into great wealth, you must remember to be generous.
Mom said you used to be okay, but you got crazy. Yeah, and then you talked to yourself.
She's all screwed up.
Cool off, you know? You heard me?
Excuse me, are you talking to me?
The other actors are Sally Hawkins, who's just wonderful. Because she's such a great supporting actress in this film, she may be nominated because it's rare that supporting actors have as much dialogue.
Jasmine! Oh my God.
Look at you. Your place is homey. Oh, the flight was bumpy. The food was...
Her husband was a slick operator. I was there a week. I knew the guy was hitting on a girlfriend. All I can say is you look great.
Sister had all that money. She wanted nothing to do with you. Now that she's broke, all of a sudden she's moving in.
She's not just broke. She's all screwed up.
It is Cate Blanchett's film, but Sally Hawkins has wonderful moments and she may be nominated. But Cate Blanchett, I announced that she will not only be nominated, but she will win for Best Actress. The other performance that I really love was Bobby Cannavale. I always forget his name. Cannavale. Bobby Cannavale, who has been seen in some comedies, and he was a regular for a while on Will and Grace.
You're leaving?
Yeah, that's my dad. Can't find his medication. Totally sucks, but... This was fun, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, we'll do it again, all right?
And played Will's boyfriend, the serious relationship that he had. He's in this film, and his moments build. They build, and they build, and they build.
Ginger told me all about you. One minute you're on top of the world, the next, guy turns out to be a crook. Well, how long are you planning on staying with Ginger?
No one wants to get out of here as fast as I do.
I'm sure this is a big come down. She doesn't care about you. She's a phony.
And there's so many great moments, you know, of him and his character, and his performance is just wonderful. But I always knew he was a strong actor, that he had a lot of presence, and I was always interested in him. And he definitely delivers in this Woody Allen movie because of the great dialogue. So I'm going to guess a second nomination, if not a win. I wouldn't be surprised if he did win, though, because it's pretty good. He rips the pages in this film. So watch out for this. I think it's going to bring out some opportunities for him. So I say Bob Cannavale, it's an 80 to 20 chance. 80 that he'd win an Oscar Best Supporting, depending on how people are feeling when they're voting. But I would give it to him. Of course, I haven't seen as many films as the voters will see, but anyways, this is how I feel. But Cate Blanchett is hands down. The other great performance is Andrew Dice Clay. There's great performances everywhere in this film. Andrew Dice Clay is someone who I barely know, but I knew of his popularity with the character that he created and his whole, you know, persona. Delivers a very subtle and beautiful performance for a character you really care about.
Don't stand there and tell me that. She's married to a guy for years, up to his ass in phony real estate and bank fraud, and you want to tell me she knew nothing about it? Believe me, she knew, Ginger, okay? She knew. But when all those diamonds and minks were flying in, she just looked the other way.
Also, there's Peter Sarsgaard. He's as good as usual. And there is also, oh, I'm thinking now, gotta look again. I don't want to forget anybody. Alec Baldwin, who's wonderful. He has a great role. The lead, I'd say more the lead male in this one. And there's Louis C.K., whom I love, and he has a small role, and he's just charming, and he's great. So, but really the focus for acting is Cate Blanchett, Bobby Cannavale, and I apologize, Bobby, for forgetting her name. Alec Baldwin, Andrew Dice Clay, and Sally Hawkins. They're the main actors who really get a chance to deliver some great performances and to really entice us and intrigue us. And you know, with Woody Allen's dialogue, you can't go wrong. Alex is the cameraman, Alex Focoas, and he asked me which movie this reminded me of, and I said, well, I thought the directing was different from other Woody Allen movies. It didn't even remind me of Match Point. It was very different the way he cut the film and the way he set up the shots. And he reminded me that it was similar to Cassandra Dreams, and I have to agree, pretty much. I see that there are a few subtle differences in Cassandra's Dreams, which still hold for me the Woody Allen touch that we've seen before. As you mentioned, the similarities between Cassandra's Dreams, which came out, I think, I'm going to have to look for that. When did it come out? 2007. Okay. You were saying there were some similarities. Well, I agree that the way it's shot, there are a lot of similarities. And what else were you...
Yeah, some of the other similarities were on how the relationship between the brothers, how no matter what, there's family they can always rely on, even in how deep in trouble you are. They both have their struggle throughout the movie, which really tests on who they are and what they're capable of.
Okay, so you're saying that in Cassandra's Dreams in the script, the two brothers kind of stick together to help each other until things get a bit rough, though, right?
Right.
Right. So you're saying that in Blue Jasmine, that also happens when things get a bit too rough at one point. Family can only go so far.
Exactly.
Yeah, because not wanting to give away anything. We're not going to describe that part of the story in Blue Jasmine, but you're saying there's similarities in that. But are you also saying there's similarities in the way it's, for me it's always visual, right? Is there a similarity in the way it's filmed as well? Did you feel that, or were you more connected to the stories, the similarities between the stories in this?
Well, personally, I felt more connected to the stories. Like, well, in Blue Jasmine, the way Woody Allen does most of his filming in this one is different from his others.
Yeah.
Like, what he usually does is just has the camera focused on one person, even though that someone else is just talking. But in a Blue Jasmine, he goes between the characters.
He follows them all the time when they're talking. The camera moves around to the one character, then to the other. A little bit more, yeah. Yes, that's what I was talking about earlier. So, in the bookshop scene you're seeing right now, this is a good example. This is from Hannah and Her Sisters. Watch this scene. The character Barbara Hershey is going to be off screen for a long time while Michael Caine is talking with her. This was a usual way that Woody Allen filmed and set up his shots. And you don't find that in Blue Jasmine. It's closer to that one than any other film that he's made. It's the way he sets up the scenes. And if I could show you examples, I would, but I don't have the film yet. I can't wait to buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray. Yay!
I can't.
You choose losers because that's what you think you deserve, and that's why you'll never have a better life.
She doesn't care about you. She's a phony.
Can you please not fight in here? Don't think I can take it. For some reason, my Xanax isn't kicking.
It is an amazing character study, one of the best I've ever seen. And why I was so, convinced that she'll win an Oscar, Cate Blanchett, is because it is one of the great performances of cinema, and because of the character. Because of what she's given to play with, and what she does with it is just phenomenal. There are just subtleties, like I said earlier, that are just really well played by her. The film's strength is the dialogue, of course, but also the character development.
So what do you think?
I love it. You shouldn't spoil me so.
Well, why not?
Beautiful. Because if you were having an affair, I would be pretty upset.
Well, I'm not, so don't get your temper up. I don't like that side of you.
Please not fight in here. Don't think I can take it. For some reason, my Xanax isn't kicking.
Nightmares and a nervous breakdown. There's only so many traumas a person can withstand till they take to the streets and start screaming. You think you deserve, and that's why you'll never have a better life.
And how we come to some conclusions about their emotions and feelings. They're not easy characters to dissect. It's dissecting this film and the two leads, which are the two leads I meant to say, in this case, sorry, I was talking about Cate Blanchett and almost the lead, Sally Hawkins. She's a supporting role, but she's almost the lead. I say dissecting those two characters is very complicated. It's like reading a great novel and trying to, understand the characters' impulses and why they have these impulses, and what is the best of them, what is the worst of them, where would they be going in the rest of their lives, where are they going to, how will they strive, will they fail again, what motivates them. All of this is in there, it's all in there, and it's a movie you watch more than once. For me, I got a lot out of it right away, I guess of my age and what I've learned about psychology and how I understand people. I got a lot more out of it, even talking about it with Alex. We took a long, long walk after the movie, and we decided to walk home, and I really discussed it with him, relating it to real people as well, that we know, I know, and trying to understand what makes them tick, in other words. So that's one of the biggest strengths of the film, is that you have really ironic, conflicted, interesting characters in this film. And I don't even know how long the film was. I didn't look at the time. I forgot to. But I'll tell you something. There was more in this film than there is in most films. It's definitely a thumbs up. And, well, enjoy it.